December 23rd, my birthday. I am Bruce Leonard, of course, and this is Bruce Leonard Leans Left. While it's still legal. It's still legal today, but there's a lot of shit going on, as usual. I'd like to start by saying it is my birthday. Today I am 54 years old, which means I've officially lived twice as long as I thought I would. I am here to tell you, I'm a first-hand account for anyone out there who feels depressed, who feels bad, who is angry at the world, who feels like they have a death wish, because I was all those things. When I was young, I was like, I'm gonna live to be 27. I'm gonna hammer myself till I fucking die. and I didn't die. I'm still here. Like, I think I said this was before on the show, but like, when I turned 27, I realized, whoa, it's harder to kill yourself than you thought. Maybe I'm not gonna be gone, and you have to learn how to live life, and I did. And I never went to therapy. I never went to a psychiatrist. I never went to rehab. I never did any of those things. I had good friends and a loving, supportive family, and who I never really told all these things to. I don't believe that my family ever really knew just how bad my mental situation was when I was young. I kept it a secret. But anyway, I'm here to tell you that there is life. I know you don't think that there is, but there is. And if you hang around long enough, you will find it. I've buried lots of people who didn't make it. So it's not like, and I'm not special. I'm not sitting here saying I'm special. Because I'm not. And I know lots of people who didn't make it. And I've buried lots of people, been to lots of funerals. But I'm living proof that you can live through it. One day you'll wake up and you'll realize that, you know, there is some to life. You're just not looking at the right stuff. Because there is beauty in this world. I know it's, especially nowadays, it's hard to see it. There's so much bad things going on. But sometimes if you just get alone, go out in nature, get alone, and go somewhere awesome. Go to the Grand Canyon. Go to out west to the desert. Go to just watch a beautiful sunset. You'll see. Go to the ocean. There's lots of beautiful things in this world, and don't let the negativity and the bad things distract you from that. Take that away from you. Like I said all the time on this show, like we talk about all this stuff, and we're going to talk about it, but you can't let it consume you. You still have to try to enjoy your life while you're alive. Every day that you're alive is very precious. And most people don't think that, but it's true. You should live every single day like it could be your last day, because it could. You never know what can happen. Everybody in their life, I'm sure, has some tragic story of a person who did everything right, was hit by a car, or got cancer, or, you know, like, there's so many things that can happen to you. So every single day that you're alive, you should try to find something good to do things that you enjoy. Try to, like I said, don't let these people fucking take the joy away from living. Oh yeah, Laura got me this mug for my birthday. It's got the show's name on it. So I'll no longer be drinking out of a red Solo cup. Like I said, when you find people, when you find your people, you know, take comfort in those people, your family, love, all the love you can get, from anywhere you can get it. Because I said there's so many people in this world who are miserable. And just turn on Fox News for a second. These people got millions and millions of dollars, and they're miserable as fuck. And they want you to be as miserable as them. And that is the thing, you know. Look at Laura Ingraham. How much money do you think Laura Ingraham has? Quite a lot. Does she seem like a happy person to you? She's adopted like 5 kids because she can't find a man to fuck. They don't fuck her because she's such a nasty bitch. Her own family won't talk to her. Her mission in life is to make sure that you're as miserable as she is. And she's pretty good at it. She got millions of followers. You know, these people, Jesse Waters, you ever watch Jesse Waters? He talks about his wife and his kids all the time. He's got lots and lots of money. He's got a wife and kids. And miserable as fuck. The wife and kids haven't made him happy, have they? Look at Trump. He's got was born with $500 million. He's been rich his whole entire life. He's got kids. He's not a happy person. He's a miserable cunt. So where do we start? There's so much happening. They dump more Epstein files a day. So they finally dumped some with Trump in them. But along with the caveat, I don't know if you saw that. they had to put out a statement. I think did I save it? Yeah, it says the Department of Justice has officially released nearly 30,000 more pages of documents related to Jeffrey Epstein. Some of these documents contain untrue and sensationalist claims made against President Trump that were submitted to the FBI right before the 2020 election. To be clear, the claims are unfounded and false. If they had a shred of credibility, they certainly would have been weaponized against President Trump already. Nevertheless, but you know what's funny is I never heard anything about that. Did you? Did someone accuse him of something like right before the election? I don't remember hearing that. Anyway, nevertheless, out of our commitment to the law and transparency, the DOJ has released these documents with the legally required protections for Epstein's victims. That's what it says, but if you look at it again, what's redacted? The names of the fucking perpetrators. Some of the victims' names are in it. Have you heard? You saw that, right? Some of the victims' names were not redacted. You know what is redacted? All the people who are accused of doing shit. You know what they haven't released? All the FBI interviews with the victim, which includes their side of the story of whatever happened to them. Those haven't been released. The law specifically stated they had to release all the files. But they haven't done that. And the ones they have, like I said, they blacked out all these names of people. It's a cover-up, man. They're covering for these rich, powerful people. I have a feeling the names involved are pretty heavy. And I've seen some nasty shit about Bill Clinton. And I'm going to repeat what I've said here 100 times. If Bill Clinton's in those files, and you can prove that he did something horrible like that, then he should go to jail. Just like Trump. Although Bill Clinton has come out and demanded that they just release everything that has his name on it. So I think that Clinton did some like pervert stuff, but with of age women, not underage girls. Yes, Julianne, she says yes, but they're so fucking incompetent folks are copy pasting and pulling the text in the redacted pages. Yes. Just like they had the search set up, and if you put Trump in, nothing happens. But someone said, oh, if you put Trump with one space behind it, then all the shit comes up. Because they're old and stupid and incompetent. They can't operate computers. It's like, this is the dumbest cover up in the history of the world. But see, I've been saying that for me, this whole time. MAGA is one of the dumbest movements ever, ever. It's literally one of the. It is a movement of stupid people, led by a stupid man. Bunch of stupid, disaffected white people who are too dumb to get a job, and so they blame that on DEI and other things. It's like you can eliminate all that stuff. It's not going to make you fucking smart tomorrow. You're still going to be a dumb fuck who's unqualified to do most jobs. It's like, I don't know if you saw JD Vance at the TP thing. He says, I don't have to apologize for being white. I told you they're Nazis, bro. They can deny all they want. He took the mask off. Vance is leaning into it. I don't know if you notice this. Like, Vance is leaning. Vance is like, yes, I am a Nazi. And, and you can be proud of it. It's like, I don't understand this. He's a white nationalist, but he's married to an Indian woman and has half kids. His kids aren't white. That's what he said. He actually said that about his wife. Her biggest flaw is that she's not white, he says. It's my opinion that he settled for her because he couldn't find a fucking white chick that would fuck him. That's like, I don't know if you saw him. He was not an attractive man back in the day. He's a little chubby. He didn't have that beard. He became the hipster Nazi over time. And Peter Thiel did that to him. Peter Thiel's gay, so Peter Thiel was like, hey man, we gotta hook you up. It's like Hitler. If you watch those things about Hitler, they said that about Hitler too. In the beginning, he was very unkept. Very, he was a street kid. He lived on the streets. He was a starving artist who lived in hostels and shit. So when he started getting into politics, he was rough around the edges. And that guy, I can't remember his name, Dietrich maybe. The guy who's the actual founder of the Nazis. But he never gets credit for it because Hitler fucking dumped him and he drank himself to death before they came to power. They left him out of the first push. He found out from someone else that they were doing the push. He was like, oh, and he ran down there, and he was too late because Hitler didn't even tell him, even though he was Hitler's benefactor and groomed him. He taught him the finer, because this guy was like I said, society person. Because like I told you before, the Nazis, they were society people. They were educated people. They were not. This guy ran the newspaper and shit. They're just racists. It's not like, oh, they're dumb. Like, no, they're actually pretty smart, the Nazis. Run by educated people, like I said, but who are just racist and evil. And that's kind of what MAGA is, except they're stupid. They all have college degrees, but only because like Vance has a college degree because Peter Thiel paid for it. John says JD had some transsexual moments in college according to his story. Yeah, he had a roommate who's trans, and she comes on, or he, yes, it's a girl who turned into a boy. But he was JD's roommate, and he claims that JD was a different person then. But that's what I'm saying is, JD Vance is the worst kind of person. He doesn't have his own identity or personality. He's a chameleon. He's a sycophant suck-up who will do anything to advance himself because he has no real talents of his own. So he's a foot soldier. Theo saw him and was like, this guy. But he can talk. So Theo was like, oh, this guy can talk. Like we can groom him up. He can be something. And that's what he did. But anyway, back to the file. It's still, I believe personally, from what I've seen, it's time to tear the whole fucking thing down. Yes, Gary says Vance forgets that his grandpa's union job pulled him through his childhood. Yes, exactly. Exactly. And his mom was a junkie and they were on welfare. All the things he fucking hates. That's right. All the things he rail against. No. His grandpa had a union job. He made pretty good money, probably. And he fucking acts like, oh, I grew up poor. He's like, he wasn't that poor, I don't believe. He certainly wasn't barefoot living in Appalachia like he tried to fucking, like the book, Yeah, he's a hillbilly. Look at him now. He's wearing $5,000, it's an Armani suits and petty loafers. Like, do you know any rednecks and hillbillies that turned into that? No. He hates himself. That's what I was saying is, can you imagine what a soulless shitbag with such a bruised ego you have to be to even think that people want you to apologize for being white. No, you know what people want you to apologize for? For being a fucking asshole. That's the part that you don't get. It has nothing to do with your skin color. You're just a dick. And most people can see it. These people like that because that's like a main feature of being mega is you gotta be a dick. Every mega person I know is a fucking jerk off. Even people I know and friends of mine. They're still jerk offs. Like arrogant, narcissistic jerk offs. That's what mega is. It's a stroke to those people. It makes them feel, like I was saying before, it makes them feel powerful even though they're nothing. They don't want to admit that they're nothing, that they've squandered their lives or any abilities they might have had. So it's easier to blame all their troubles on immigrants and black people and whatever. Whatever you want to blame it on. DEI or the advancement of women won't fuck me because we've let them get too powerful. John says, what, if any, action can the UN take against Trump for this Venezuela piracy? None, I don't believe. That's what I've been saying all this time about international law, the International Criminal Court, the UN. They're all toothless agencies. The only thing that gave them any, it's like the Republic itself, like I was saying before, is the only thing that gave them any standing was that everyone agreed that they were going to abide by the Geneva Convention and all these other, international laws. And what happens when a guy says, fuck all that, I'm not going to follow these laws? Well, what happens? Nothing. It's an international criminal warrant right now for Netanyahu, and the only thing about it is he can't go to other countries for fear that one of them might arrest him. But other than that, there's no body, nobody can come and get him, and put him on trial. I guess they could have a trial in absentia. They do that sometimes. But even then, if they convict him, then who's going to go arrest him and take him to prison or whatever? Nobody. The guy's a war criminal. He just doesn't. With impunity, and no one seems to care. Nobody's going to do anything about it. And Julia says, how about the whole Nicki Minaj bullshit? She's fishing for pardon for her brother. Yeah, she also has to. She needs a pardon herself because she got judgment against her for something that her and her security team did to some people, and she's got to sell her $20 million mansion to pay these people. They're kind of like Rudy, when Rudy had to pay those election workers for slandering their name, and they made him give up his personal property. Well, that's what she's at. So instead of like looking at herself and confronting herself, she just does what Russell Brand did, which is just brand yourself as MAGA and suck up to Trump and hope for a pardon. Gustav says, who's Nicki Minaj? The terrible rapper with the big ass. All these people says no talent ass. Well, speaking of Russell Brand, he's accused of more rape. Whoa, shocker. You see that? More charges. He's going to say, oh, they're after me for my politics. I mean, you can't see that this whole MAGA thing is such a fucking... What? Yeah, she spoke at with Erica Kirk at TV and called Trump a handsome man. Nicki Minaj again. Another. All these people are really good metaphors for the country. Vapid, soulless, empty, mostly talentless fucking hacks. that really have no... Like, half the cabinet are people from reality shows. That's true. The Secretary of Transportation was on road rules. The fuck else he ever done in his life? Nothing. It's like... They were like, here's the Secretary of Labor. He came in 3rd place on Survivor, season 10. It's like... That's what these people are. Because they don't care about anything except, are you famous? Do you have a little bit of money? Or do you have just enough money that you want more money so you'll suck up to them? That's like, try to get more. But first of all, are you a spineless, pathetic nutlicker that will do whatever you're told? Yes, you are. Because what's a reality TV show person? A person who's so desperate to get on television that they let these producers humiliate them on national television. Yes, the Secretary of Education is a wrestling executive. Yes, wrestling promoter. Exactly. So is Trump. Trump's in the WWE Hall of Fame. I know a guy who loves Trump specifically for that reason. He's like, I don't care what happens. The president's in the WWE Hall of Fame. Woo! I swear to God, that's true. 100% true. Guy's also a flat earther and a fucking anti-vaxxer and a fucking, a dumb fuck who thinks he's smart. That's most of MAGA people. Dumbasses that think they're smart. It's because they're white, so they gotta be superior to somebody. It's like... The whole thing is a fucking joke. Did you see? Trump destroyers. Did you see that? Trump class Navy ships. So what do we got now? Let's see. We got the Trump Kennedy Center. We got Trump accounts for babies. We got Trump. Listen, do you remember Trump water, Trump steaks, Trump airlines, Trump all the things, Trump things that are no longer with us because they went bankrupt. They didn't make any money, right? Do you remember all that? Trump University? Well, that's who we are now. We're Trump America. Trump class destroyers. Trump. Yeah, he just announced it yesterday. Dude, he's only going to be president for 3 more years. You really think they could design and build a fleet of brand new, technologically advanced Trump destroyers and get them all out there, push them into the ocean by the time he gets out of office in 3 years. No fucking way. I mean, who knows what's going to happen in the next 3 years? But there's going to be a lot of scrubbing going to have to be done when this guy's gone. It's like a lot of removing his name off of every fucking thing. Yes! Julia, did you see the pictures of him? The drawings, the renderings. Everything's a rendering. He's got a rendering of the arch he's going to build. He's got a rendering of the ballroom he's going to build. He's got a rendering of the Trump destroyers he's going to build. And meanwhile, he ain't going to build any of this shit. They need to start on that ballroom. It ain't going to get done. It's going to be like halfway done, and whoever comes in next is going to rip it all down. That's and put the East Wing back the way it used to be. See, I think he knows that. That's why he's trying to put his name on as many things as he can, make it as difficult as possible to erase his name from history. That's why he wanted to be on Mount Rushmore. If they put me on Mount Rushmore, they'll never forget. Yes, Rich, but it's Rich says, to be honest, from a trusted source, a new fleet is overdue and needed. Just sucks it's tied to him. Yes, but you think he's the one to do it? These are the dumbest people that ever run this country. You think they're gonna? It's gonna be like North Korea when they're gonna launch it into the oceans. It's gonna fucking go and fucking sink. This is some North Korea level bullshit. Like I've been saying. It's like, Trump destroyer. Yes, Crystal, he's been doing it his entire life. That's what I said. He had Trump Airlines and Trump Water and I said Trump Steaks and Trump University and Trump. He just puts his name on shit. Matter of fact, that's his only talent. He always says, oh yeah, I build stuff, and most of the Trump products, it's just somebody else's product. They just put his name on it. He's got the Trump guitars, Trump Bibles, Trump, he didn't make any of this stuff. He's a branding person. And that's what I mean by he's a vapid person with no real ideas. Did you see they released some economic report? What's up, Zorkin? Thank you. It's also my birthday. It sucks having your birthday 2 days before Christmas. It really does. I mean, now it doesn't matter when you're older, but when you're a little kid, that's a big fucking deal, man. And you're like, people are like, oh, what do you want for you want for Christmas and your birthday? Do you want 2 little things or 1 big thing? And you're like, how about I get a day like everybody else gets? And a fucking party and friends and real presents. Like, no. They go, here's a pair of socks. One's for your birthday, one's for Christmas. It's like, oh, gee, thanks. The most loved tradition that I ever had in my life, I said, was my mom would take me to Red Lobster so I could have lobster once a year. And I looked forward to that shit all year. Like, I will give her that. She made it special. Because I look forward to that. It's like, I'm getting fucked every other way. At least I get this. Rich says, well, why don't you help me promote this fucking show? It's like, you ain't offered to help me. He's like, oh, I work for people now that managing content moderators, like people like you. It's like, what the fuck? You're like, I ain't been able to promote this show. I've been trying my ass off. I mean, I have, but it hasn't taken off yet like I want to. I mean, it's steadily increasing little by little. But who, my mother? Yeah, no, I have a great mother. Well, we didn't always get along. We'd always see eye to eye, but we love each other. She loves me. I love her. You know, I left my life to come back here to take care of her. If I don't stop acting, Laura says she's gonna cancel my dinner if I don't stop bitching. I'm not bitching. I'm just saying how it is. When you're a little kid, you're like, well, everybody else gets party and cake and all this other shit. When you're at Christmas, you don't get any of that shit because everybody's wrapped up in Christmas. I mean, I understand why. There's all kinds of other shit going on. So it's like, oh, you got to cram that in too. It's like, no, you should do like what Stella does and celebrate their birthday in the summertime. Rich says his dad loves 45, 47 more than me, and we haven't spoken in months. We're not going to speak till 2028. Laura, you did bring me a cake. That's now. I'm talking about all the years before I knew you. And like I said, once you get older, you get your teens and 20s, it's not that big of a deal. But when you're young, when you're like 7, 8, you want to party like everybody else gets. You want all the shit that everybody gets. You don't get it. That's all I'm saying. I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm just like I'm emotionally scarred for life. Not like my dad. My dad used to, on his birthday, I swear to God, my dad would go over the hill by himself. If you even spoke to him, he'd fucking scream and yell. That's like, he's finally gotten over that. He doesn't do that anymore. But when he was like in his, when he was like 30s, he didn't want to talk to nobody. He went over the hill by himself, fished alone. And if you needed to talk to him, like, Dad, he'd be like, leave me alone. Julie says her birthday falls on Easter, like every 12 years or so. It's a good thing I'm Jewish. That's like, yeah, exactly. Birthdays are weird. I said, just go up, guess I'm older. Just carry on about your business. That's what I said when I turned 27. It was a real bummer for me. I was like, oh, it's 27. He's like, okay, this is it. Yeah, we go extra hard this year. Then he turned 28. 28. Like, fuck. I guess I better learn how to like myself. It's like, that's the secret to a lot of it, I think. That darkness is like you don't like yourself for whatever reason. When you're in your 20s, you're fucking, well, that party, yeah, you had a big party. My dad used to have good parties. He'd set up a live band in the living room and fucking, I played the drums and his friend would play guitar and my dad would play guitar. It was like, it was fun, man. My dad still has, I think, all those parties on like Betamax or VHS tapes recording. On the fire, yeah. I set the shed on fire. Well, I didn't, but my friends did. We used to party in the shed by my house, and we were smoking a joint. It was winter time, so it was snowing, and we were smoking a joint inside the shed. And my dad came around. He just casually went, man, you guys are gonna burn this place down, I swear to God. And then we left, went sled riding. I was like 15 and maybe. And we came back and we were driving down the street. They're like, something's on fire. We go down and say, oh shit, it's the shed. to the police station, which is also the fire station. Like, ah, the shed's on fire! They come down and put it out. It was like, fuck. And then my dad was so pissed because he had left and he came back and just burnt to the ground. Well, it wasn't burnt to the ground. It had like a C-block foundation, and that was still there, but the rest of it was burnt. But he wound up getting insurance, and they built the shed. It was way nicer, put a deck on top of it and everything, and then the kids didn't hang out there anymore and party. So it was a win-win, I think, at the end. But he was pissed. That's probably like one of the worst things that ever happened when I was a kid. He grounded the fuck out. I was grounded for like a month. I wasn't allowed to do shit. Youth. And that's what I mean. Is now you laugh about it, like that was a horrible thing that happened at the time. Yes, exactly. We blazed it down. Because we had gathered up a bunch of like whatever you could use for insulation because it was cold, and so we had put up all these yes, that's the shed that Broken Head started in. It is. I used to go out in that shed and play my drums all the time by myself. My dad had a PA out there, so I'd hook my cassette player up to the PA, and I could play like Iron Maiden or AC/DC or Metallica or whatever, and then I could play drums to it. So I learned how to play drums. They don't teach you how to play drum set. I guess when you go to college they do, but when you're in high school you play the snare or the bass or the tritoms, but no one really plays a drum set. Then you go to college, and I guess they start teaching you how to play the drum set. But I never went to college and took music. They just gave me a drum set when I was in the 8th grade, and I just started banging on it. And that's how I learned how to play. But of course, you have a foundation of music education. I think about it, Costello. I still think about it. I was like, sometimes I'm like, I wish I could afford, I wish I had a place that I could play the drums. I'd probably buy another set because I do get the itch sometimes to play. But I haven't touched a drum set years and years and years because I started singing. So, for years I just fronted band. I didn't, and then I played the bass a little bit, but right? Oh, you have one? See, I don't have a place I can play. I thought about it because I have a basement now. I was like, well, maybe I can buy some, but I was like, my mom's not going to put up with it. And neither are the neighbors. I was like, oh, I get one of those electronic drum sets, but it's like, that's not any fun because half the gig is beating on shit. It's taking out your fucking frustration. Rich says he still hasn't quit his day job. What? I just went back to having a day job. I didn't have a day job for years. That's what I said. I had built my life. It was exactly what I wanted. I was doing stand-up and shit for the most part. And I was working on the side doing security, but I didn't have to do that. It was a cool-ass job. And all the sports events and all the fights and all the fucking concerts for free. And it's an interesting job because, as I said, it's crowd control, and you're involved in all this stuff that's going on. Like it was fun, but I was making that money on the side, mostly living as a comedian. But I had to stop all that and come home because of my circumstances with my mother. And back to my mother, I said I love my mother, so I came home to take care of her. Well, yeah, Rich, they ask me all the time when I'm coming back because they said I could have my job back. Apparently I'm really good security guard. But, I could get all my jobs back in Vegas probably tomorrow if I just drove out there. But I can't I don't know when. I'm stuck here for the foreseeable future. Just it's all depends on the health of my mother. I said she can't live alone. So someone's got to look after her. There's nobody else to look after her but me. I gotta do what I gotta do. I'm not complaining about it. Like I said, it's part of life. If you're a good person, have you done stand up in Ohio? Any good places in the state? Um, I've done lots of stand up in Ohio. But there's a place in Massillon up by Cleveland called Crackpots. And the guy now he booked some theaters. And I was talking to him. I've done Crackpots a few times, but I'm probably going to get some stuff from him next year. So I might go up, be at Crackpots next year. And I said some of these theaters that he's doing. I don't know. Like I said, I had to come home and I didn't do stand up for a while. And then it's here and there. I went to some open mics and things and did some of the stuff. But I mean, I wasn't doing shows like I had been doing. And then a couple weeks ago, like I said I went to West Virginia and did a show. So I'm getting back on the horse. And then next month, I'll be in Batesville, Indiana. And what's the other place? I'm going to be in Batesville, Indiana on the 24th, I believe. And then there's another place. I'm going to be at the beginning of February. And I can't remember. We'll bring that up as it gets closer. But I am getting back out there, Zorkin. I'm calling it back on the horse. So you do have a drum set. It's Batesville. Oh, so you've been to Crackpots. You know where it is. Yeah, I played Crackpots a few times. Like I said, and I think I'm going to be there next year sometime. I haven't talked to Chris yet, but the guy that books the place. He's got some other places now, too, he books. I said some theaters and things. So he told me to contact him next year because in the summertime I messaged him and I was like, oh, it's because I was getting the itch. I was like, I need to do something. Like I gotta at least I gotta do something. I can't be doing nothing. Like this is cool, but this isn't enough. It's not like I said. Doing stand up is. I'm a performer. I've been performing my whole life. If I don't get up on stage in front of a bunch of people, every now and then, I start feeling squirrely. If I don't feel like I'm creating something and putting it out there in the world. Like I said, this is cool and I love all you guys for watching, but it's not the same feeling. There's something about live performance where you're on that high wire. People are looking at you and there's pressure on you to be good, and then that gives you like an adrenaline. And then when you are good, you get more of it, and then the dopamine starts flowing. It's like a drug. So when you get an audience in your head, it's a powerful feeling. You get hooked to that feeling, and you can't stop doing it. I mean, I said I've been performing literally since I was when I think I got on stage the first time when I was in the second grade, and I've been doing it ever since. I've been either in the high school band and then I said I joined a rock band, played in a band for a long time, and then came home. Me and John formed Broken Head. We played in that band. We played all over the place. So I don't know why the fucking thing is always taking me out. It's always kicking me off my channels. I don't understand why that is. And my TikTok channel doesn't work. It says it doesn't work. Not approved or revoked. What the hell is that? I don't know. Either way. That's it. I don't know what's up with the TikTok thing. They say I have 4 channels, so I joined TikTok. It's like, oh, I can put the show on TikTok, but then It's like they have a separate thing, so TikTok Live, and then you got to apply for it. So I applied for it, and they were like, "Oh, you're rejected for whatever reason." And then they're like, "You can apply again." And I was like, "Well, why would I want to apply again and just get rejected again?" But then on my TikTok account, they're like, "Hey, you've been approved to go live." It's like, why if I'm approved to go live, then why can't it? Why doesn't the channel fucking work? I don't know. That's why I need people like Rich. I need somebody to help me out here. I'm not tech savvy. It's like, so I always have these bullshit technical difficulties that are probably not that difficult, but for someone like me, just turning shit on and get it going was difficult. I had to get Jerry to help me set it up, and then I was trying to change the picture in the intro picture, and then I fucked up the size of the thing. As you can probably tell, it used to be wide, but now it's not. What the hell is going on with this? I don't understand. Why are they offline? Activate the chat. Activate channels here. Here they are. What's going on with it? I don't know. There it says streaming. I'm streaming on Twitch, but I'm offline. On YouTube, I'm offline on... See? That's what I mean, Rich. What the hell's going on? Still not working? Fucking stupid. Yeah, I don't know how it works. There it is, streaming, sending data, streaming. There it goes. Now it's working. I don't get it. I don't get it. It says that I'm working, but it still says activate here. Which it's... Oh my god. Anyway, it's about time for me to get out of here anyway. I'm sorry for the idiotic fucking sidetracking. And people, you're probably typing to me now, and I can't see what you're saying because it won't work for whatever reason. I don't know what the deal is. So there's that. There's this. I don't even know where the fucking screen went. Oh, there it is. Well, how do you enable the fucking chat? Toggle all on. And they're on. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with it. Well, I'm never going to get the 100 fucking message cup this way, am I? It's not going to work out. Laura also bought me this amazing tool shirt I must show you. It's like... my mom was like, oh, she sure learned a lot about you real fast. It's like, yes, I'm a big fan of Maynard James Keenan. Yes, I'm a big fan. She got me a Perfect Circle hoodie and Maynard's book and this tool shirt, this mug with my show's name on it. I really hit pay dirt with this one, I think. She's way more than I deserve, that's for sure. Oh, look, it's back on for no fucking apparent reason whatsoever. I don't understand what's up with it. Yes, I can now. It was off for a while, and then it came back on. It's like, I don't get it. I mean, sometimes it doesn't happen. Sometimes it does. Yes, trying to figure it out. No, I can see you now. It's on my end. the restream chat just disconnects itself. And then says, oh, the thing didn't crash. The show's still going. It's just the chat box stops. And it says, oh, enable your channels here. It's like, well, I went to it to enable the channels, but nothing happened. Usually you just open the Restream app and it just comes back on. But I don't know. I pay for this shit too. That's unbelievable. I pay for the service. It's janky. It doesn't work. I got to saying before, I need a better, more powerful computer, I'm sure. Because I've noticed when I have Daniele on, sometimes it freezes up and shit. Like you can still hear us, but the video freezes. So there's something to do with the memory of my computer. What browser do I have? It's Windows, obviously. 10. And then went to Windows 11, but Windows, see it did it again. But Windows 11, my computer isn't eligible to upgrade to Windows 11. That's what I'm saying. So I need to buy another computer, I guess. I don't know what the deal is with this shit. It says the channels are offline. It's all fucked up. Anyway, Laura's going to take me to dinner for my birthday. So, no, wait. See, it's jacked up. I don't know what the deal is. See, it's back on now. It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, like I said, Laura's going to take me to dinner for my birthday because she asked me what I wanted to do for my birthday, and I told her that lobster story. And I was like, oh, I always got lobster on my birthday. I was like, my mom wants to take me to Red Lobster. So you can take Red Lobster. She's like, I'm not taking you to Red Lobster. And I said, well, the only other place I know in this town you can get some lobster is Papa Dough. Because he used to have this place called Mitchell's Fish Market down at hey, we did get the 100 cup. Even with the janky fucking messenger. So thank you. Zorkin, thank you so much. Merry Christmas to you. Hey, thank you for hanging out and coming back. Please, I mean, really, I appreciate it. And I'm sorry that this show got sidetracked and didn't talk too much about Trump and all the other stuff that goes on. But you know what? That's good. We don't have to always talk about Trump. I don't want to make Donald Trump my entire identity because it's that's depressing. Thank you, Julia. And look, I'm not going to see you guys probably, so I'll be back on Saturday and Christmas will be over. So Merry Christmas to everybody. And seriously, I mean, we'll talk about this as we get closer to New Year's, but I started this show this year because, like I told you, I couldn't stand not doing anything. And I just stopped touring. I wasn't doing stand-up, and I was like, oh, I got to do something. I'm going crazy. So I started this show. And most of you who are here right now have been with me most of this year. And I just want to tell you how much I appreciate it. I love you guys. And like I said, the show is getting bigger slowly. Slowly. What? Rob did what? Turn this off? Yes, Zorkin. But anyway, I wanted to tell you, thank you guys. I love you guys. And Merry Christmas. And I said, hug your families. Tell them you love them. And I said, every chance you can. Family's important. I'm about to go out with Laura to dinner, so thank you guys for hanging out. Remember, you can email me at bruce.leonardleansleft@outlook.com. I'm on every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, 6 p.m. Yes, Trump is his whole gig. I told him he needs more impressions. He ever listened to me. I love Rob, though. Anyway. I'll be back on Saturday, and hopefully Danielle will be here. So please enjoy yourselves and have a happy holidays and Merry Christmas.